All right, Shabosai, good morning. Let us begin. So we are starting today. Actually, I apologize. I meant to send it out earlier, but I just sent it out a few moments ago. The Os Mem Tes from HaTzaddik, from Tzidkas HaTzaddik. So we're going to begin in Yirtzeh Hashem the new Os today, which is really quite profound and quite beautiful. We'll get a little bit. I'm going to try to start the daf really on time this morning, if possible. We have a lot to do today. So we're picking up page Kuf Tes Zayin is the page number, and we're going to pick up in the Be'orei Chasidus. So the Rebbe writes as follows. He says, Achar shehusker ba'os hakodemes inyan hashoshelas shal shnei hamashichim hayotzeis mima shenir lemaris ayin kilu hefak min hakedusha yisbaer she'adraba davka mitoch mokom sheyesh bo tokef hayetzer hara misham yotze HaTzaddik v'hanaki biyoser. So Reb Tzaddik here is in the introduction. He makes a very interesting observation. So remember, in the last Seif, in last Os, in Os Memches, so we spoke about the idea. Well, that it was in Memches we referenced the idea that as much as in Mem Zayin we learned that there's no such thing as a bad midah or no koach or bad koach. It's all a question just how things are channeled. So in Memches we learned, while that's true, one has to be very careful with joining forces with a Rasha, because the moment that one goes in and collaborates with a Rasha, that undermines the effectiveness of whatever it is that one wants to accomplish. And Reb Tzaddik advanced two examples. Example number one was Yosef with Eshes Potifar. Example number two was Yehuda and Tamar. So even though with Yosef and Eshes Potifar, there was a divinely ordained union, right? Vaharaya, right? The proof to that ultimately was that Yosef was supposed to marry a woman from that family. It just wasn't the wife of Potifar. It was Potiphar's wife's daughter, right? The daughter of Potifar, Osnas. And not only was that marriage ordained, but ultimately, again, that marriage produces Mashiach ben Yosef, right? Produces one of the Messianic kings. And yet, again, the reason why it could not work out with the wife of Potiphar, because that would have been a Meiser Rishus. That would have been being mischaber, that would have been connecting with a Rasha. And nothing positive could come from that type of collaboration. Versus Yehuda and Tamar, where although the episode itself is certainly a strange one, and a very strange union, which produces the Melech HaMashiach, Mashiach ben David, at the end of the day, because it was an event which took place between two tzaddikim, between two individuals of righteous nature, therefore it was able to go ahead and produce a positive result. So the idea being, says Reb Tzaddik, that it's very important, because sometimes in life we are faced with the need to collaborate with all different kinds of people in order to achieve certain results. The Rebbe telling us collaboration with the Rasha never works. It never works. No matter what you think you're going to get from that union, whatever you think you're going to get from that collaboration, absolutely never works. Sometimes when collaborating with good people, sometimes things, a person has to venture out of their comfort zone. That is true. That is definitely true. But a collaboration with the Rasha never yields anything. Now Reb Tzaddik takes this conversation one step further. Rabbi saying in Os Mem Tes, the Rebbe here says something absolutely amazing. So he goes on, he says, Kolecha mi Yisrael, Yeda, Yesh Ladas Ulahavin, Shedafka, we'll say, listen to these words. Every person should know the following. Shedafka b'ma, ba'osam ha'kochos, sheyitzro tokfo, u'miskabra alav biyoser, u'masis es ha'adam l'shtamish bahen la'asiyas ra, Harei zemelamed shuhu be'etzem kli muchon le'inyon tikum osam devarim va'kochos. So let's read the words and then we'll expound on them just a little bit. So the Rebbe says every person should know. We'll say most of us struggle with a number of things. Okay, that's the nature of being a person. But I would venture to say that most of us have one particular avera with which we struggle with most. Right? That thing, it's only one thing, right? But that one thing that is my greatest life struggle. It's usually the thing that I do tshuva for every single Elul and Yomim Noraim and make a plan of action that I'm never going to do it again. And it's usually the thing that I suffer the relapse from over and over and over. And it could be the same thing that I've been struggling with for years. Again, I make advancement, I fight, I put up the battle, and again, I stay on the wagon for longer amounts of time. But there's that one Aveira that I struggle with over and over. This is the Shiyitzur Tokfo. It's something that again, my Yetzer pulls me to, Biyoser. He says, so the Rebbe says, listen to this. The fact that I have that weakness, and the fact that I have this ongoing struggle, Zemelami Chehu Be'etzem Kli Muchon Le'inyon Tikun Osam Dvarim Ba'akochos. We'll say, listen to these words, and then we're going to have to spend some time in future shiurim explaining it. The fact that I have the struggle indicates to me that I am a kli, I am a utensil that is ready to fix those very things which I struggle with. The fact that I have the struggle highlights the idea that I have the koach to overcome them as well. V'hu muchshar v'roi biyoser lios kolchos elu nikiyim v'zakim etzlo. So Rebbe said, the truth is, it's an amazing thing to say, but it's not such a chiddush, because this is really what the Rebbe was teaching us in Os Mem Zayin. Right? So in Os Mem Zayin, we were already learning this concept that halacha l'maisa, there's no such thing as a good koach or a bad koach. There's just a koach. And it's a shayla, everything in life is a shayla of how you use it. So if I have a particular type, remember the Rebbe says, kas, taiva, whatever it might be, if I channel them in the wrong way, of course, that's Averis. But if I rechannel it in the correct way, even kas, according to the Rebbe, not everybody would agree with this, but even kas can be used in a constructive fashion. So the Rebbe says something amazing. When I struggle with an Avera, when I struggle with a taiva, the fact that I have that taiva, and the fact that at the end of the day, I can't seem to rein in that taiva, indicates how strong that desire is. And the fact that I have a desire that is so strong that year after year I can't seem to vanquish it, tells me that I possess an enormous koach for good. Tells me that I possess, which I will say is such an incredible way to look at an ongoing struggle. Because those of us who do have Averis, which we struggle with for a very, very long time, at a certain point in time, you become despondent. And you're almost ready to say, you know what, I can't, it's exhausting to spiritually struggle. It's exhausting, to go ahead and constantly fight against that Aveira that I had do over and over and over again. And at a certain point in time, a person just wants to say, you know what, done. I'm good in other areas of life. I lost this battle, and I can't fight anymore. And the Rebbe here gives us so much hope, because he says, no, the very existence of the ongoing Aveira, the very existence of this battle that you think you can't win, indicates that you possess all of the koach necessary to become a holy and pure person. Again, it becomes a shayla ultimately of rechanneling. So what we're going to see in Sif Mem Tes, we'll have to stop over here for today, we're going to see in Os Mem Tes, is kind of that which the Rebbe described in the abstract, in Mem Zayin, that there's no such thing as a good koach, bad koach, just how you channel it. Here the Rebbe is going to show us lemaisa, how to actually put that into practice. We'll stop over here, pick up the Hashem next week.